We got the engine back from the machine shop. I just pretty much had them build the short block because, well, I really didn't have the time. After work and everything, I just didn't really feel like coming back home, sitting in the cold garage and, assembling a short block, which it would have taken months. And with them, it took like a month to get everything all done. So it really wasn't worth it to me to come home and tire myself out even more doing a short block. I would have loved to, to get the extra experience doing the short block, but I've honestly, I just didn't think it would be worth it. And I'm trying to get the car back together before the middle or the middle of the beginning of next year, because we're trying to go and do some car stuff. So we're trying to get the car done so we can do all that. But we got the engine back here. Let me show y'all kind of what's going on. But here's a short block. So I just mocked this oil pump up. We're not going to be using this oil pump, which this is the early Cobra use this pump, like the 97 to 01, I think. I'm not too sure of the years, but the early Cobras use this high output pump. I can actually take this off real quick and show y'all, because I was playing with it yesterday, because I picked it up yesterday, but I was just kind of playing with it, seeing what all we really needed, because there's a lot of plans for this short block here, but this pump is pretty much shot. I mean, you could probably reuse it, but this thing had a bearing failure, so we're not going to be able to. You probably could reuse this, but I went with a boundary pump, boundary oil pump, which has the billet gears in it and everything. But I guess let's go over this short block here. So pretty much it's a stock crank out of a GT 99 to 04 GT. It's got Boss 302 rods in here. Actually ARP studs all throughout the mains and the side bolts as well. Let's see. I think that's pretty much it for the bottom of the bottom end. So let me get this thing turned over and we'll go over. It's got DSS pistons in there, but let me turn it over and show you guys that. All right, so here's the top end. Well, I guess the top of the bottom end. So we've got the DSS pistons here. Nothing too crazy. I mean, it's perfect for what we're going to be doing with this car. Freshly honed cylinders. This block was bored 10 over, so nothing too crazy. But we're going to show y'all, or I'm going to show you how to, the whole assembly process after the short block. I would have shown you if I did the short block, but I really just didn't have time to do that because I just didn't have the time. But I'm going to show you pretty much everything that goes into assembling the long block. It's really not that much. I mean, you've got, we're going to show you putting the heads on. I've got the ARP head studs. I'll show you how to put those in and everything. How to torque them and all that crap. I'll show you how to time the 4.6. Pretty much all the single overhead cam 4.6 are pretty much the exact same. I can't recall if the 3 valves are single overhead. I don't know if they are, but that one might be a little different, but more than likely they're all going to be the same because all these mod motors are pretty simple and they're pretty much all the same. Another thing that I'm going to be doing with this build is putting a windage tray on there. I got this windage tray from Ford. It's for a GT500, but that unfortunately is not the right one. So they make 2 versions of these parts, and I'll put the part numbers in the description or something on the screen. But I'll show you what this part number is. This part number does not work on these 4.6s, because the bolt holes definitely don't line up with the timing cover on the front there, and the bolt size here, the bolt doesn't even go through them, so that just doesn't work at all. So you can't use that. I've got to return that and get a new one, which is the right one. So the end of the part number has an A and a B in it. So this was the A part number, and you actually need the B part number, which American Muscle only sells the A. So yeah, that doesn't really work on our cars. You have to get the B, but it's not a big deal. I mean, it's going to push us back a little bit farther, but not really a big deal. But that's pretty much the plan for this short block. But it should be coming together here pretty soon. It does push us back maybe a week or so, just because of parts availability and crap. But it shouldn't be that bad. I think that's really all I have to show for the short block for now. And over here we've got our PI heads. I'll show you guys how to assemble them. Assemble is a broad term here. It's already got the springs and the valves in it, so I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to take all the heads apart and, you know, take the valve springs out and all that crap. I'm not going to do that, just because, just time. But we are using a stock oil pan too, by the way. I'm going to try and record a video later today of putting the heads on and everything. Record that portion, possibly like assemble the heads with the cams and everything, put those in, and that's pretty much all I can do for now, just because I don't have the oil pump. It's ordered. It should probably be here next week or so, and then we can put that on, and then we can actually go ahead and time the whole thing, and then go ahead and put the oil pan on. Crap, we're gonna have to modify that that tray over there, the new one that I get. So I'll show you guys how to do that, because there's really not many videos of these cars anymore. There wasn't really any to begin with, but I mean, it is what it is. But anyways, this is just kind of an update video on what we're going to be doing with the build. Yeah, so hopefully the next video y'all see, it's going to be the actual assembly of this thing. I'll show you how to, you know, put like little stuff like these dowels and crap. I'll show you how to put those in. I mean, you don't really got to do anything special, but, you know, we'll clean the short block around and everything, like on the cylinder walls, just one last wipe down before assembly. And then everything is pretty much just clockwork, so should be pretty good here, man. Should be pretty good.